My name is Milana. I am from Ladis, Czechoslovakia, where I live with Mama, Papa, my big brother Yaroslav, baby Annika, and Babishka. Papa and I love to look at the stars at night. Although we didn't have much money, my parents still got me a birthday present for my 11th birthday. I hadn't been expecting one. Inside the box was a telescope. The small dent on one side told me it was a used telescope, but it was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. A few weeks later, the Nazis came. They said we were being arrested and taken in for questioning. They pushed Mama, Babishka, Annika, and me to one side of our house, and Papa and Jarl to the other. Papa's eyes filled with tears as his hand was pulled away from Mama's. They loaded us onto trucks and took us to a gymnasium at a school somewhere. We made beds from the bales of hay that were in the middle of the floor. Babishka prayed with the rosary beads she managed to keep hidden from the Nazis. I'm a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child. Because of this, I was taken away from my family and bused to a boarding school somewhere in Germany. Here, I was taught how to become a true German citizen. I was to become the future of Germany and a Nazi, like Hitler himself. At this school, I was given a new name, Eva. I made a friend while here, Liesel, whose real name was Katarzyna. Our favorite place to go was a church by our sleeping quarters. It used to be a Catholic church, but the giant crucifix had been replaced with a giant picture of the Fuhrer. Here, we made a promise to always use our real names. After years of being able to speak nothing but German, and severely scolded if we spoke our native language, I felt as if my old life was floating away from me like a balloon in the sky. I was adopted into a German family after about 4 years at the German school for girls. My parents were very nice. We had a giant house with servants and maids and cooks. I had an 8-year-old brother Peter and a 14-year-old sister Elsbeth. I had forgotten what it was like to have siblings, and I had really missed it. I learned that Vader was a very important man. He was a commandant at Ravensbrück Women's Camp. The war got closer to home. Plane engines droned overhead. Vader made the decision to leave and go into hiding and took Peter with him. Mother, Elsbeth, and I went into the cellar, which had been stocked with food, water, batteries, and a bed just for this purpose. We spent weeks there. Bombs were dropped and planes were everywhere. Eventually, Russian soldiers came to look for Vader. They ransacked the house before finding us in the cellar. They grabbed Mother and ordered her to take them to Vader's office. They took everything from it, guns, papers, everything. A few days later, there was a weird stillness. No more planes, no more bombs. A broadcast came over the radio saying the Fuhrer was dead and the war was over. A few days later, the Red Cross knocked on a door and asked for me. Milada. Not Eva, but Milada. Oh, how good it was to hear my name. They told me Mama was alive and waiting for me in Prague. This was the best news I had ever heard. As I was on the train to Prague, everything around me had been reduced to rubble, but still, I had never been so happy.